What's happening, Keys? What up? What
Hey,
up?
Uni. How
Man,
you
we
been?
at it. Man, I've been pretty good, man. How you been?
I don't know. Blessed.
You don't know? Blessed. Yeah,
All
man.
day, every day.
Yeah, we in it. We in it, man. We in it today. It's good seeing you. You look good.
Thank you or whatever. You always look good.
Oh, I always look good?
Mm-hmm.
Even
Yeah,
on my bad days? You know?
I ain't seen you on your bad days. You don't let me
Oh,
see you
yeah.
on your bad days, so I don't know.
Why you lying to the people like that?
Anyway, whatever.
Acting like
we
I'm just
gonna
walking
have
around
a great,
just... mm-mm.
quiet. It's my turn. We're going to have a great episode, okay? And I think, Uni's going to have a lot to say. I know he is.
What we
We're
talking about?
I'm getting there, cheating.
Cheating?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
got a lot to say about that. You right. You right about that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you probably gonna get real upset about what I got to say about it.
I'm gonna get upset.
I think you're gonna get a little, I think some emotions gonna come out. I believe so.
We're gonna have to mask those emotions, you know what I'm talking about.
We'll see.
You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, before we go ahead and get on dive on in, make sure y'all subscribe, make sure y'all like, y'all commenting, and letting us know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
And let's jump back into the episode.
All right, then.
This might be, it ain't gonna be no might. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, it's gonna be a 2-part series. I'm almost sure of it because Junie got a lot to say. I got a lot to say, and we just gonna tear this shit up.
We're just gonna go in on it. Yeah.
But we're gonna let it go where it goes. So cheating. Do you think cheating is ever acceptable in a relationship?
Of course not. Cheating isn't acceptable in a relationship unless it's agreed upon. Like it's and I guess it wouldn't be cheating at that point. You know what I mean?
You said unless it's agreed upon. What how can it be an agreement? How would you do that in a relationship?
Well, there's different types of relationships. Now all relationships don't abide by the same rules. It all depends on those two individual people and what they're building. There's open relationships. There's swingers out there. Like there's all types of different relationships where the person you with is dealing with the opposite sex. And that's why I said it wouldn't be called cheating at that point because they're doing something that's within the agreement that they have. But all relationships isn't the type of relationship that you require. You know what I mean? There's a lot of other types of relationships. That's all I'm saying, So it depends on the individuals and the type of relationship that they're in. But yeah, that's pretty much what that is.
Yeah, no. So why do you think, I want to know why men really cheat. Like if they got somebody good next to them, why do y'all do that? Can I even say y'all? You wouldn't do that now, right?
What do you mean? Can you say y'all? I mean, in general, if you're speaking in general. Yeah. We know we're speaking in general. Yeah, we know you're speaking in general. Yeah, we know you're speaking in general. Me, no, I don't have to cheat because I'm a grown man and a grown man is going to do what a grown man is going to do, regardless on if a woman wants him to do this or a woman wants him to do that. And the thing is, when a man decides that this is what he's going to do and he's not going to be dealing with no other woman, then that's what's going to happen. He's not doing that because the woman wants him to. He's doing that because that's what he wants to do. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason I say that is because if a man is doing something because you want him to do it and not because he wants to do it, it's only a matter of time before he's not doing that no more.
And that's vice versa too.
And exactly. And that's how cheating occurs.
Yeah.
When you ask the question, why do men cheat on a good woman? Well, maybe they didn't want to just be with one woman from the jump. even though she's a good woman.
How come they can't be honest about it from the jump then?
Because she's a good woman. And maybe he's like, maybe in his mind, he's like, I'm going to try to give her everything that she wants. Like he might actually have in his heart that he wants to do right by this woman at the beginning.
Yeah.
He might truly believe that. Like, you know what? I'm going to do right by this woman. I'm not going to cheat on her. I'm not going to lie to her. All that. That could be his intentions at the beginning. But like I said, if it's not in that man to do it, if it's not something that's in his heart to do, or something that he wants to do, and he's just doing it, just to maintain the relationship or just to have that woman as his girl or whatever you want to call it, his wife, his woman, eventually he's going to slip up because it's not something that he really truly wants to do. If does that make sense?
Yeah.
You understand where I'm going with
it? I got you. I got you.
All right. And that's why there's a lot of men out there that cheat. And it's not, of course, they're going to be the bad guy when it happens. But we can't be one-sided with this. Women cheat too. And I believe women cheat more than men.
Not as often as men.
Nah, women cheat more than men.
I don't believe it.
Nah, women cheat more than men. Women cheat more than men.
I don't believe
no doubt about it. Women.
I don't. What? Because when we cheat, it's like we looking for emotional. So they emotional more than just, you know what I'm saying? Just
women cheat. See, women cheat differently than men cheat. Like when a woman, I'm telling you, women cheat differently. It's like if a woman steps out on a man, normally it's because the man isn't fulfilling certain needs in that woman. And another man comes through and starts showing her and starts filling in those gray areas that her man doesn't have. She's going to fight it. She's going to fight it more than a man would. But eventually she's going to fall for it if the man that she's currently with doesn't start fulfilling those needs. Especially if they don't have like an open communication to where they're talking about it. Like if a woman is lonely in these areas, like and then this man at work or wherever, and she's seeing him on a regular basis and she's fulfilling those type of things, that woman is going to start becoming attached to that man. She's going to start becoming comfortable with that guy. And that's why when women step out on their man, they normally have some type of emotional attachment to the guy that they're stepping out with.
Yeah.
Men, we don't need no emotional attachment.
But how does
a man, and this kind of goes into what a lot of people say. Some people say that it's natural for a man to have multiple women. There's a lot of people out there that believe that. There's religions out there that follow, multiple wives. There's relationships. There's
that's polygamy, ain't it?
Polygamy, where polygamy. There's many relationships like that. And I mean the list goes on.
Right.
And so I guess it wouldn't be considered cheating because I guess being that the topic is cheating. Right. We're talking about you're not supposed to be dealing with another person. So that's what makes it cheating. But
did you say dealing?
Yeah, I did.
You don't use the word dealing.
For me, I don't deal with nobody, but there's a lot of people that deals with people. That's why I'm using the word dealing. But I don't deal. And so there's a lot of people out there that deals with other that has that in their relationship to where it's like, you know what? I don't mind if you have another woman. I just don't want her to overstep her boundaries and step on my shoes and what, And there's women out there in relationships like that and they agreed on it. Everything's happy. Everything like them, is cool.
Sister wives.
I don't know what that is. Sister wives. What's that?
Just like what you was talking about. The one has one position, the other has one position. They long as they don't step on each other's toes. Certain people do.
Yeah. I guess that kind of falls into like the polygamy thing, but it wouldn't be considered cheating at that point. You see what I'm saying? Because it's something that's agreed upon. Yeah, they got an agreement. Now, if we're just talking about cheating, like the agreement is you're going to deal with me and me only. I'm going to deal with you and you only. And then one of the people step out or now that's why do people do that? I feel like that's why. I feel like they're not being fulfilled in a certain area, but I also feel like coming from a man's point of view, I feel like it is kind of natural for us to, I guess, not necessarily want, but it's just a natural thing. It takes discipline. Like when you got to discipline yourself to not mess with another female, that means you're really actually kind of going against your natural urges. Like if men was to do what was naturally in them to do, men would go out and just have sex with anybody they found attractive that was willing to let them have sex as a natural urge. Because you got to think about it.
No.
I'm not expecting you to understand it. You're not a man. You don't have a penis. You don't have those natural urges. Like but I need you to understand that it's a real thing. These natural urges is a real thing, whether you agree with it or not. It's real. It exists. And there's men, like when we step outside, it's our discipline that prevents us from messing with another woman. Not our natural urge.
How do you discipline yourself to do that? Like, what's the secret?
It takes practice. It takes maturity. It takes practice. It takes you have to be focused on what the overall objective is. You got to have some love there. There's got to be love involved. The woman has to, be fulfilling, I guess the needs of the man, just like the man has to fulfill the needs of the woman. There's so many variables that keeps a man from cheating, but there's a lot of variables that causes a man to cheat as well. And so,
like what can cause a man to cheat? What you tell me, because I want to know.
I mean,
let me know. Let me pick your brain a little bit.
Let me ask you this: why do you think?
I'm all ears.
We all know that you feel like men shouldn't cheat in a relationship.
I feel like no.
In a specific relationship, let's just start saying that men shouldn't cheat in specific monogamous relationships, right?
Correct.
But why do you think? Even though they shouldn't do it, why do you think they end up doing it anyway? Or why do you think they do it?
I think they do it because they scared to go and talk to their spouse.
Nah, men aren't scared to talk to a woman. That's not it. We're not scared to talk to women.
What is it then? What is that
I'm asking you, what else do you think it is? Like, give me something else. Like, if you had to pick something else, I'm telling you, that's not it. It's not that they're scared to talk. So what else?
The communication ain't there. It ain't there. Why? You tell me. I asked you the question. I'm trying to pick your brain. I want to know what's in the side of the man's brain when it comes to this. Okay, why you try to turn it around?
No, because I want to
come and just tell me.
Because I want to get what women think. I want to get like what really goes through your mind.
This is not.
But I'm asking for the man that's listening. Like we really, because I could sit here and I can go through a list of things. Right? And everything that I list, everybody that's listening is going to have already heard that. But you know what we don't hear? We don't hear why women think, why they think men cheat. I don't think women spend a lot of time thinking about the why, on why they do it. I think they spend more time thinking about the fact that they shouldn't do it. I don't think they spend a lot of time thinking about why a man actually does it. And that's why I want to hear, like, why do you think men do it? Like if you had to put a why there, besides communication, we got that you think because they're scared of talking to their woman.
They are scared. Some of them are.
Okay. But
they terrified.
Why? Okay, they're terrified. We are so terrified of women. So Why else do you feel? And then you give me one more, and then I'll go ahead and go down my long list of reasons why a man would cheat.
Why you gotta do it like it's a fucking Christmas list?
I don't know.
Because Santa Claus on a motherfucker.
Because I guess the point I'm trying to make is we spend a lot of time dealing with the why. Women don't spend a lot of time dealing with the why because they're focused on the fact at hand. Like when you start talking about a man cheating on you, oh my God. All the emotions come into play,
because
the times you've been cheated on, all the memories, all that, it blocks all of that. Yep. And so you can't have a logical conversation about it because you're so filled with all of these emotions from previous experiences. And that's why this particular conversation is a hard conversation to have between men and women because the emotions get involved.
Well, let me ask you, would you rather a person say, come to you in your relationship and say, I cheated, or would you rather be found out on? Like they find out. You know what I'm saying? You want somebody to come to you or finding out? Which one is worse?
I would rather somebody come and speak to me before it actually happens. Not after the fact. Yeah. That's what I would want, but sometimes it doesn't always work out like that.
Yeah.
And then at that point, if the person was to do it, I would want them to be able to come and tell me that they did it.
Yeah, but would you immediately be like, "It's just over"? If a person came and said that to you, because that's part of that's
what the reason why people hide it and they don't come and tell you, right? Yeah. And for me personally, because I'm the way I am, and because how highly I think of myself, it would probably be over for me. As far as me and that person, because I wouldn't be able to trust them at that point.
Like, because you gotta
if I was to continue being with them, I probably would never trust them around another man for the rest of the time that we're together. All because they've already shown me that they don't have the discipline to keep their legs closed. You see what I'm saying? God. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what it comes down to.
Well, yeah.
Is it not?
Right. Yeah,
it's the same way. I mean, it's the same way with a. It's the same way with a man. If a man is out there sleeping with all these different women or having sex with these different women when he's attracted to them, it falls back on discipline. He doesn't have the discipline to keep his penis in his pants. He's letting his natural urges that a man has when he gets that erection or he sees that woman that he's attracted to and she's walking around with that fat ass and them big titties and you know how women can be. Women can be very seductive, especially beautiful women. They can seduce. You be seducing people all the time with your eyes.
I don't seduce anybody.
With your eyes. You do it all the time.
No,
with your
I don't.
You don't. You might not be doing it purposely. But you do.
Listen, no, I don't. Okay.
You don't do it purposely. You might not be doing it consciously, but you can because
women don't just be out seducing people, okay?
Beautiful women seduce men, even if they're not trying to seduce men. You know what I'm talking about, Keish. We've had this conversation before where people will be all up in your face, just holding conversations about random stuff that means absolutely nothing to do with nothing. It's just because they want to be in your face and talking to you.
Same thing go with you, because all you do is smile. So, everybody's all the women are around you. Like, remember how they was in that circle and they was all talking? You remember that? Yeah.
Listen, why are we breaking up old stuff? All I'm saying is, like, it takes discipline. You know what I mean? And I feel like women tend to be a little bit more, like even when we was younger, going through middle school, high school, it was always the females that were a lot faster, a lot more mature than the boys
were.
You're
right.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
And because of that, they learn responsibility a lot early. They start dealing with discipline a lot earlier. So they have more time. They've had more time to, evolved in that area as far as discipline is concerned. And, you know, they've had more practice. Women have more practice saying no because all a woman has to do, especially if she's beautiful, all she has to do is step outside and go for a walk.
Get on out of here.
Listen, you know it's true.
I'm not ready. Go ahead.
All a woman has to do, especially a beautiful woman, is step outside and go for a walk. And I guarantee you, she's going to be offered a penis. Let's just say she walks for a mile.
I just like that. She just gonna be offered penis.
Yeah, man offer penis in different ways. When a man pulls up on a woman that's walking, and he says, "Hey, sweetheart, you need a ride?" That's him offering penis.
Oh.
He's not just trying to be nice.
What?
No,
what?
Because if she would have been ugly or out of shape, he wouldn't have pulled up.
To men. I don't think it matters to men when it comes to cheating anyway. They just know they girl get them a nut off.
Well, see, if and knowing that, I just said that, you know, men have like this natural urge to produce. Like we have a natural urge to reproduce. It's almost kind of like, even though we're not reproducing every time we have sex, but we have this natural urge to reproduce. It's just in us. Just like women. Women are normally attracted to the men that are like the what do you call them? Like the alpha males, like the ones, because they see men as a person they wouldn't mind having a child with. Like women tend to be attracted to the men that they wouldn't mind having a child with.
Right.
And I'm not talking about character-wise. I'm just talking about just the whole overall, like
everything.
You know, and so that tends to kind of, the same way that kind of turns a woman on. It's the same way with men. It's just that the look. We're visual creatures. Women are emotional creatures.
You're absolutely right.
We're visual creatures, and because we're visual creatures, when we see beauty, when we see that fat ass, or we see them nice sized titties, or we see that pretty face and them pretty eyes, our body, our anatomy, our penis is going to react.
Oh.
It just is. It's going to react because it's a natural thing to happen. And so when you start getting away from nature, there's nothing wrong with a man being attracted to another woman.
Right.
But these women want men that's not even going to be attracted to another woman. I don't even want you looking at another man or another woman.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't take it that far. But
I'm just saying, you know what I'm talking about.
Like, I do know what you're talking about.
If a man and a woman is out and this gorgeous woman walk by, if that man looks, because he's a man, it's natural for him to be attracted to a pretty woman. It's a natural thing. And that's what I mean by there's a natural urge in us to be attracted to women. And if a man looks and he's with his woman, there's women out there that are straight up, the fuck you looking at it?
Look, right? But don't touch. Look, but don't touch. That's what I say.
Well, I wish every woman had that, you know, because some women don't even want their man looking.
Look, and but don't touch.
And that's why I said it comes down to discipline. You know, because without that discipline, you're in a world of trouble, my guy, especially if you're an attractive male.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe, you know, some people are going to be in your inbox and they're going to be like, you know, I need some tips on how to be disciplined. Are you going to help them out?
I can tell a man, I can give a man
should it
something
just
real
be natural? Quick. Like he should know how to do that.
That it takes training. It takes practice.
That's not why it's always a marathon. I mean,
you don't understand. Like I said, you're not a man, so you wouldn't understand. Right. But it takes practice. Like that's why, you know, people always say grown men don't cheat. It's always the little boys. What they mean by that when they're saying that, they're just saying that they haven't matured enough. They haven't got to a certain level of discipline to where they can go against their natural urges. You know what I'm saying? to maintain whatever it is that they have. And if you haven't had the practice and the training on doing that, then yeah, you could be in your 20s, you can be in your 30s or your 40s and still not have the ability to say no.
That's ridiculous. That's crazy.
And I don't understand why you think it's ridiculous or crazy, because
I know,
it only makes sense. Are you going to sit there and say that every woman, like think about what you've been through growing up from your teens on, and you're going to sit there and you're going to tell me you haven't seen a man that you was attracted to or ended up getting with a dude all out of because of attractiveness? He was just so fine. I had to just see what it was about. My curiosity had to find out.
No.
Yeah. You never got with somebody out of curiosity on what you think he might be able to do out of attraction and curiosity. Ever.
Maybe.
In your life.
Maybe.
Okay. Because this is Talk to Me Truthfully.
It is Talk to Me Truthfully.
This is Talk to Me Truthfully. And right now, it sounds like you're not, following the title right now.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Oh yeah, your volume's loud. But I say that because, make sure you didn't turn it down too low. Check your Audacity. Just pull it up and look at the levels.
I see.
But
it's good.
Yeah. But yeah, I do. I believe. What's the best way of putting it? Okay. When we all have natural urges, women do too. And when y'all see somebody that y'all attracted to, I believe y'all have a better way of, I don't want to use the word hiding the fact that you're attracted to the person or shutting it down. And I think it's because y'all have more experience doing it. Because, and think about the comparison, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many guys do you think a woman gets coming to try to holler at her in comparison to women going to holler at a guy? You see what I'm saying? Because women don't normally approach men. Men is always approaching women.
They do sometimes, though.
I'm not saying ever or never. I'm saying if you was to compare the two.
These women is bold out here today.
Right. A woman is going to get more men approaching her than a man is going to get women approaching him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? On an average. We're just going to say on an average. And because of that, y'all have more practice. Y'all have more training in saying no.
Right.
Even if that person is attractive to you, you have more training saying no. Men don't have as much training as y'all have. And I think that's why y'all have the ability to seem as if it's not affecting you like it's affecting men. But I think we're both affected in the same way, in the same manner. We're both attracted to the opposite sex in the same manner. And that's just my personal belief on it.
Yeah. Well, let me ask. So they got old sayings for like cheating, like once a cheater, always a cheater. Do you think that's true? Or do you think people can actually change from that old saying?
I think it depends on why the person is actually cheating. Because
it's not ever right to cheat, though.
No, it's not ever right to cheat. It's not. But we're talking about what you just asked me. Once a cheater, always a cheater, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right. Have you not did something wrong before?
I do stuff wrong all the time.
Okay. And so does that make you a person that's going to just continue to do that wrong thing for the rest of your life?
Of course not. But when people say that, I think it's really people out here who just don't know how to not cheat.
No, there's some people out there that don't care about cheating. You understand what I'm saying? Like cheating to them, there's nothing wrong with it in their mind. If you don't have a man that's working on trying to not cheat, then yeah, he's going to continue to cheat because that's what he do. I don't care if you don't.
I think she should know it, and she's like allowing it. If that's the case.
Well, like I said, it depends. Like, there's so many reasons on why a man cheats. Like, for instance, I think we talked about this in one of our previous episodes where I posed the question: if a man is in a marriage and his woman goes to him and says to him, "Hey, we're not going to have sex no more, period. I'm cutting the sex off from you."
And would she also be saying, I want a divorce?
No, I didn't. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you what the woman goes and tells her husband. Like, I'm done having sex with you. Right? Yeah. So now the husband has a decision to make. Because you would automatically assume, well, if she's not going to have sex with you no more, then what are we doing together, right? But is that whole marriage based on sex? You see what I'm saying? So now you gotta ask yourself, like, okay, well, she's not having sex with me. Who's she having sex with? Is she having sex? Is she going to stop having sex? There's so many questions, but that man still has a natural urge to want to reproduce, to want to have sex, to release sexual activity. So if that man goes out and cheats on his wife because his wife told him that he's not going to be able to have sex with her anymore, and he goes out and does it.
He should have just divorced her.
Yeah, but she could have just divorced him, right? She could have just divorced him instead of telling him that, right? It goes both ways.
It does.
So why didn't the same way he should have just divorced her? Why didn't she divorce him? You see what I'm saying? If she wasn't going to have sex with this man no more, and I don't want to say that.
But what if it's like a medical reason why they couldn't have sex no more? Like you're not just gonna tell somebody.
Yeah, I mean, that's a totally different narrative. Now, if you with somebody and they get like in a car accident or something and they break their pelvis bone or whatever, that's, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where love comes into play. But the man is still gonna.
Now, see, people, they don't. What you just said, that's when love comes into play. You think they thinking about love,
but also discipline.
And discipline, right?
We got to include discipline with this because it's you're fighting against your natural urge, and that's the point I guess I'm trying to get across. When you have a man that's in a monogamous relationship, that man on a daily basis, by not cheating on you, is using his discipline to fight against a natural urge to have sex. And that's just what it is. And if y'all women don't accept that and realize that my man is actually doing a really good job, like he is this is a battle that men have when they step out.
It's a daily battle.
It's a daily battle. They're not going to come home and tell their wife every single day that, like, man, this woman was coming on to me. She was just offering it. And part of me was like, oh my God, man, she's so attractive. But I said, no. You see what I'm saying? A man isn't going to come and tell you that on a regular basis, because if a man was to continue to come home and tell you those things.
Would he even come home and tell you something like that?
Yeah, that's what I said. A man isn't going to come home and tell you that on a regular basis.
At all.
He might let you know about something every now and again. But you got to understand, there's women out here that can identify a really good man real quick.
Because it's not that many out here. It's just not. And like, and when you spot one and you know it, like, he's rare.
Yeah. Okay. And these women don't care whether or not I'm going to say some. Yeah, some women don't care whether or not he has a woman at the house or even if he's married. They don't
just going to push right on up on them.
Yeah. And you know what?
That's ridiculous.
And this woman could be extremely beautiful. She could have everything that particular man is attracted to. She could actually be his type physically.
Right.
And at that point, it would take his discipline and his love for the woman that he has at the house to say no. You see what I'm saying?
Let me ask you, when, like, the discipline, if you went through all this stuff and you've disciplined yourself to not cheat on your woman, like, how long does it take in between if you get out of one relationship and then you get into another relationship? Does the discipline start over for that each woman that you with? Or is, what I'm saying?
Nah, the discipline is a lifelong thing. It's the individual male as a overall person.
Okay.
The discipline falls into I guess where that particular man is mentally and spiritually and whatever else you want to throw in there that has him act the way he acts on a regular basis. He's either a disciplined man or he's not. You know what I mean?
For the woman that he wants.
No,
right?
I'm just talking about period, overall period. Okay. If the man is a disciplined man, 9 times out of 10, he's going to have a little bit more of a discipline in the sexual area as well. Like, he's not going to be disciplined in all these other areas. And then when it comes to sex, he's just undisciplined. Like, there's going to be some discipline there. But I do believe that it takes specific practice in the sexual area because you're, like I said, you're fighting against a natural urge. And so because of that, if you don't focus on that particular discipline and strengthen yourself in that, then you can fall short. You'll become weak around the right person. The right woman will come around and say the right things at the right time and break that man. You know what I mean? It happens. I mean, it happens with women too.
I don't know if I like the way you said it.
But I'm just saying, it's a fact. It's just something that happens. And that man might absolutely love the woman that he's with. He might absolutely love her with all of his heart. He would never want to do anything to break her heart or none of that. And he might not even have been thinking about that woman. He don't want nothing to do with that woman. And there's women the same way there's men out here with game, if you want to call it that, they can come at the right time, say the right thing. And then she just so happened to be in a vulnerable state. You know, she might have just gotten into an argument with it, you know, and now she has to deal with her discipline at this point because he's pushing all the buttons. He's turning her on in all these different ways. Boom, 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 boom. And then, then once them thoughts start, once you start thinking it.
I think what is going to break like the discipline for women out here, the ones that I date like that or with somebody is all they got to do is flash money in front of their face.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what can break a discipline on a woman, because a woman, I believe that we're a little bit more disciplined than the men, but that could be a little stereotypical or whatever. But discipline.
I think if the woman's main objective is money, then of course the next person that comes through with more money is going to be able to grab her attention. And I think with a woman, that's all you really need. You need her attention. That's why if a woman is in a relationship with a man, she shouldn't be giving other men any of her attention, not any of her personal attention. You know what I mean? Because what tends to happen is you're giving whatever man you're giving your personal attention to the idea that I could possibly get her. Because she's showing me attention. You know what I mean? Like, she knows she got a man. I know she got a man, but she's in my face. Yeah. She's entertaining my flirts. She's flirting back to me. Do you see what I'm saying?
I do.
Like, and that's when, over time.
Yeah.
It might not be just, that one day, that 2 day. It might be 3-4 years down the line. But this is something that was building, years. Because, I mean, you be at work. You be working with folks. And you know how quick years will go by at the job?
You're right.
It might just be a coworker. And as years build up, you done known this man now for like 3-4 years, and y'all been flirting back and forth for the past 3-4 years. It was innocent flirting.
It's flirting
because you
cheating?
Wasn't going to do nothing.
Is flirting cheating?
It just really depends on the intention, in my opinion.
We know the intention behind why people flirt.
Nah, some people just are natural flirters. And there really isn't no attention. You say I be flirting, but I don't see it as
Look
flirting. It's just it's just my character. Like
you be flirting,
smiling. I don't be flirting. I don't be flirting. I personally like people when they cross my path. I like for when they leave my path, they're in a better mood than they was in before they crossed my path. That's just something that I like, you know.
He heals people with his smile.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to think so. I would hope so.
Stupid. Stop. I'm not.
Nah, but but yeah, I mean, don't you want people to leave? Like when they come across you, don't you want them to leave in a better place than they were before they came across your path? You know?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, you want them to leave, maybe. Like, you know, you know. But, you know, man will take that as cheating, though. I mean, not cheating, but flirting. And women could take it as flirting, too. You know, but it might not really be flirting. That's why I say it really depends on your intention. Like, are you really trying to get at this person or not? Like, and only you know in your heart whether or not you're flirting in that manner or not. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, you know when, and I think at that point, it's not, because even cheating, people have different definitions of what cheating is.
Emotional cheating.
I mean, so are you saying that if a woman becomes emotionally attached to a man, is she cheating? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
What if, but you know,
you can't be sure.
You can't control who you become emotionally attached to. Like,
if you all in their face, you can. If you like,
not fully. Like,
why would you say not fully?
You do have some control, but you don't have, because have you ever started having feelings for somebody before, and you never was trying to holler at them or nothing? It's just all of a sudden, it's just like, I think I like this person. I think I'm falling for this person. Like it wasn't your intention to fall for him. It wasn't your intention to have feelings for him or nothing. But then because y'all have interacted a couple of times and y'all have had some conversations and they might have said something or did something, then all of a sudden you started like, hold on. Am I starting to like this person? Do I got feelings for this? Like, it wasn't your intentions to have feelings for him, but you just started having feelings for him. That's never happened to you before in your life?
I don't think so.
Well, that happens. I don't
think so.
That happens. Like, it's happened to me recently, probably almost about a year ago.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like almost about a year ago. Like, my intentions wasn't to, you know, holler at this particular female or nothing. It was just, you know, she was a cool female. I was cool. You know, she was cool, and she was attractive. She was cool, but it wasn't my intention to try to.
You had no intention.
It wasn't my intention. That's what I'm saying. It became an intention.
Oh.
When I started
being
liking
around
her, but it wasn't something that it wasn't my intention. But it became an intention once I realized, like, oh, I'm feeling this woman. Then it became, now everything that I say is backed by some intention. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the beginning, it wasn't like that. And that's kind of like what I mean. Like, sometimes you can be around a person, talk to a person. It's not your intention to try to holler at them or try to, but something happens and you're like, oh man.
Something triggers.
I'm feeling, It might be something that they said. It might be something that they've done for you. It could be that particular day, something that they wore and then they smelled good with what they wore. And they're like, oh. And it might have just brought this, and it might have had you thinking like, and then boom, oh, I think I'm feeling this guy. You see what I'm saying? Or the dude would be like, I think I'm feeling this woman. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. And you saying that's never happened to you before?
It has.
Yeah. I knew it has. I knew it has.
You don't know.
Because it's a natural thing. And that's what I mean. Like, there's natural urges that we have as human beings. And I guess if women would understand that men have a natural urge to be attracted to woman or to a woman. It's a natural thing, and it's our discipline. I would hope he's
attracted to women, and he's disciplined and all of that. Like he's.
But it takes discipline to not act on that attraction, and that's what it is. When it comes down to it, it has like because I hear it all the time. A woman will say, "Oh, well, if he loves you, he wouldn't cheat on you." No, that's not true. It's just not true.
I don't even agree with that. But
it's not true. It's not. It's just not. And it goes both ways, vice versa. That woman could absolutely love her man, and end up stepping out on him for whatever reason. But that doesn't mean that she doesn't love him. You know what I mean? I hate that people put cheating or link cheating with love like that because
those two they can't be linked.
I think love helps a person to not cheat. By giving a person a reason to, I guess it empowers their discipline, if you will. It's like, man, I really love this woman. So it's easier for them to avoid that natural instinct because all their energy and love is going towards over here. They don't have enough to even entertain that. You see what I'm saying? But sometimes while you're in that relationship, that connection gets weaker and weaker. And so now more that energy is
that's up to y'all to get that get it strong again. That's what be happening.
It's up to the man or is it up to the woman?
It's up to both of them.
Okay, I just wanted to hear you say that.
I'm not going to sit here and be like, no, the man has or the woman. No, I'm not going to do that. It takes both of y'all.
Okay, I just wanted to hear you say that. That's all.
Yeah,
I just wanted to hear you say that.
Stop
ain't nobody playing. Ain't nobody playing. Ain't nobody playing. I'm just saying, like, it.
Look, just leave it where it's at, okay? Just leave it where it's at.
Yeah.
He's so silly. No, but cheating. Did you used to cheat?
Have I cheated before?
A lot?
No. I've never been a cheater, but I've never really.
I think everybody cheats.
I think for somebody to say that they've never cheated before in their life, I believe it's possible. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not possible. I believe it's possible. For a person to not cheat ever on the person that they're with. I think it's rare, but I don't want to say that it's impossible. And then there's actually some people out there that has done it. And
where they at?
Well, I don't know.
Please comment.
I don't want to say that it's impossible, but I do believe that we all have stages in our life where our discipline isn't at a level that it should be. And I feel like the maturity level might not have been on where it should be.
Right.
And so yeah, I believe, in order to gain that discipline, I feel like you have to be out there in that fire. You have to be tested. And at the beginning of those tests, they got their whole
20s, they whole 30s to, get it out of their system and discipline yourself.
If they're focused on that, because some men aren't focused on not cheating. Like, and that's another thing. Like, we can be in relationships, and intimate monogamous relationships with people that we don't feel like we're going to be with for the long haul.
Really?
It's just a temporary thing. Yeah. 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 And when you have that, when you're in one of those type relationships, a part of you would be on some Maybe I guess you wouldn't really have a whole bunch of energy towards using your discipline to not mess with another female if you know that the person that you're currently with isn't going to last.
Yeah.
Well, like right now, it's just convenient, or
who stays in a relationship because it's convenient? I guess some people do.
Of people, yes, right. A lot. There's a lot of people right now that are currently in relationships with other people because of convenience,
but they still out here cheating. Because they don't want. Why can't somebody just?
Well, I don't know if they're cheating or not. I just know
they probably are.
I mean, I think it would be easier for them to cheat. I think because they wouldn't really be using their discipline to not do it, unless out of fear of losing that convenience.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure there's women that's in relationship with men right now because of financial stability.
And that's one of the biggest ones too. You're right.
And so if this man is paying her bills, all of her bills, she don't even have to work, whatever. But in her heart, she knows like he ain't him.
Yeah.
He ain't him, but he got me living good.
Got me living good though. I don't like it though.
I get to go shopping, and she might even like him. She might even like him. But she just knows. She just knows, like, yeah, he ain't it. And but they stay in it because of convenience, because of that financial stability. And
meanwhile, they want to cheat with somebody who ain't got nothing.
Well, they might not cheat because they don't want to lose it. So they might use their discipline to like whatever it is that he's providing for her might be enough for her to utilize her discipline to not cheat because she don't want to lose it. Out of fear of losing it. But then it might get to a point where it's like, you know what? I really don't care if he finds out or not. You see? And then at that point, if the right man comes around and he got the right amount of cash and can provide the same thing that he's providing and he's more like, the dude that she sees herself with, yeah, man, it's going digital. Clap season.
Wow. Not today, Uni. You heard me.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Not today.
Clap session.
When we get cheated on, when we tend to get cheated on, we tell people and we get on social media and we just have to have something to confront them with the cheating, right? Why do you think it's so easy for us, if we're cheated on, to get online and air our dirty laundry on what's going on inside of the relationship?
I personally can't answer that because I don't do it at all. You would never see me
let's
online.
Just say the influencers. Some influencers. I know you won't do it, but like some people, they feel like he cheated, so I got to expose him on something.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I personally can't answer on why they do it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not in their head. I'm not in their heart. I don't know what causes a person to put their personal business out there like that.
But you've seen it on social media though, right?
I see it all the time.
I'm talking about?
Yeah, I see it all the time. But
it's like,
I really don't know why people put their personal, their personal business online. I don't. Yeah. But a lot of people do. And so I personally believe if you're going to go and put your personal business online, then it's not personal anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, you have no private life.
And how much respect did you really have for the other person or for your own personal business with that person if you're just going to go and post the stuff online?
I think people do it out of hurt. I think it's hurt and anger.
Hurt, anger, yeah. Lack of respect.
Yeah.
All types of stuff. We can put a list of stuff there. It all ties in
together, right?
Yeah. Yeah. All of that together. Yeah. And these are just this is just assumptions because like I'm not one of those people. So I don't know why they do it. If you're one of those people and you're watching this episode, like tell us why do you do that? Why do you put your personal information out there? Why do you let people, in on your personal relationships like that? We would really like to know. We would really like to know.
And then you like, and then they like go back and they look at it and then they like, I can't believe I just did that. Like, I can't believe I did that before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Why did I put my stuff out there like that?
Yeah. I mean, to me, I think it's embarrassing yourself. You know what I'm saying? You hear online putting your business out about what's going on at home. And then it's just like, what are you doing? Why would you do that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Keep your business private.
Right. And that's why, like, nobody online is going to know what I'm doing in my personal life. I'm on almost all the social media platforms. My following isn't all that great, but
it's great to me.
I'm still on all the social media platforms, and you're not going to see not one picture of my
That's how
personal,
it should be, though.
You know, you're not going to know who I'm with, who I'm not with, you know, who she is. You know, you notice we never say her name.
Right.
You know, just like, and you know, your dude, you never say his name. Like, because, and you're not going to post no pictures of, because some things you want, if you truly cherish, you know, the person that you with and you want to, I guess, keep it personal, then don't put it on social media. Why? So you can get a whole bunch of comments about
all
stuff
the
that
negative
you really,
stuff.
You just gonna bring the trolls.
All the negative stuff. Yeah,
and it could ruin your relationship.
I think it's gonna ruin it anyway.
You know, I just stay away from that. That's why you won't see like pictures of my children online. None of that. Like but there's a lot of people who do that. But me, I don't. I'm not. I don't do that. I love the online community. I love social media, but there's just some things I want to keep to myself. Yeah. Yeah.
Facts.
There's some things I want to keep to myself.
Yeah, you got to have a home life where nobody knows what's going on but y'all.
Right.
You know, you can't just go out and just tell everybody everything.
Well, for this part 1 series, go say what you want to say about this part 1. And what we've talked about up to this point, you know, let the people know how you feeling. How you feeling?
I mean, of course, you know, I don't think nobody should be cheating on nobody, you know, and Uni talked about this little arrangement or whatever they might have and it won't be cheating, but we not doing that. Ain't gonna be no cheating or none of that. But this episode hopefully helps some people on not to cheat. And I think a lot of it is communication is what is going to save y'all to not cheat. But some people just cheat to cheat. So ain't no saving them. You know what I'm talking about?
Ain't no saving them.
Ain't no saving them. But yeah, we got
maybe
more
they
coming
don't need
up.
saving.
Don't save her. She don't want to. No, but part 1 is it's been a great part 1. I can't wait to dive into part 2, but y'all gonna have to wait until the next Friday.
And let me say this, Keish.
What's up?
For the people, I want to let y'all know, I don't condone cheating. And when I use the word cheating, I'm speaking on going against whatever agreement you have with the person, your significant other that you're with, whatever agreement y'all have. If y'all have an agreement for something and you go against that agreement, that to me is cheating. Okay. And so I don't condone it, but I do understand. Actually, I overstand why people do it. And because there's a large variety of reasons on why people do it, you can't really pinpoint on why men do it or why women do it. All you can really speak on is why this particular man did it or why that particular woman did it, right?
Yeah, because everybody got their reasons, right?
Everybody has their reasons. And so with that being said, if you're one of those people who cheat or continue to cheat, my advice to you is to not put yourself in a relationship to where you can cheat. If you know that you're going to have multiple women and you're going to be having sex with multiple women, then do not put yourself in a monogamous relationship.
Be honest. Be upfront and honest about it.
Be upfront and honest and let the woman know, like, hey, I have multiple women that I'm sleeping with.
And guess what? She's going to either accept it or not.
She's either going to accept it or not. And you will be surprised how many women out there, if you're one of those people, you will be surprised how many women out there actually prefer men that's not just going to be linked to them because they want to have multiple partners
and they don't want no strings attached.
And they don't want no strings attached. I'm not saying it's safe. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, especially in this society and with everything that's going on. But what I'm saying is you will not be labeled a cheater if you're upfront from the beginning, letting the person you with know exactly what you're doing. And so I just wanted to say that. I want to say that. And man, Keish, hey. I'm looking forward to part 2. You know,
part 2 is gonna be good.
Yeah, because we gotta finish this. I feel like there's so much we could speak on when it comes to cheating. And the reason why I didn't get into the list of reasons why men don't cheat is, for one, I want to say something a list of things on why men cheat. I want to say something for part 2, but also that list is a very long list. And
oh my goodness,
I could name off something, and then that could turn into a whole conversation by itself. And I also want to say again that I personally believe that women cheat more than men.
And I want to beg to differ. I think men absolutely cheat more than women.
All right. So I guess we know what we're going to be talking about. What do y'all think? Who do you think cheats more, men or women?
I mean, right now we're going to have to get some points because I got some people.
Women cheat more.
That's gonna
we all know women cheat more. Y'all just don't get caught.
Men cheat more.
Men get caught more. That's the difference.
We're going to get into the statistics on the next one.
No, we don't need to do statistics.
We're going to do statistics.
We ain't need to do statistics. You know what I mean?
We're doing statistics.
Nah, we ain't doing none of that.
We're doing numbers. I'm going to get into it on the next episode. Stop playing with me.
It's been great, my people. Keish, where can they find you at, man? Where can they find you at?
All social media platforms at Lakey Nicole, and that is LAKEYNICHOLE.
And you can reach me at Uni the God, UNIDAGOD, on pretty much all social media platforms. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and share if you really like this particular episode or any of the episodes. And if you want to contact us directly, you can reach us at our email at talktometruthfully@gmail.com. Don't say nothing about how I say inquiries.
Say it again.
Talk to me truthfully. Let me say inquiries.
No, it's just cute. Say it again one more time.
Inquiries. It's inquiries.
As he says with a smile.
And my peoples, it's been great. Thanks for tuning in for those of you on YouTube, and thanks for listening for those of you on the other platforms. We love you all.
Appreciate y'all.
And hey, holla at us.
Stay tuned for the second part.
You know it's coming. Peace out.